Your life won't change in a day, but in 30 days, that's enough to become unrecognizable. Most people think transformation requires huge sacrifices or months of discipline. But the truth is, if you can commit to a structured 30-day reset, a full reboot of your mindset, your environment, the digital world, and your routines, your entire life will shift faster than you think. This is not a motivational speech. This is a system that actually works. Let's begin with the first pillar, the mindset reset. For the next 30 days, you're going to train your brain to stop running on autopilot. Most of your stress, procrastination, and lack of confidence come from mental clutter. So here's rule number 1. Every day, spend 5 minutes asking yourself a single question. What am I avoiding right now? That question forces your brain to confront reality instead of hiding from it. And the moment you shine light on avoidance, you break the cycle. The second part of the mindset reset is brutally simple. 1 page of journaling every morning. Not a perfect journal entry, not a long emotional essay, just 1 page of thoughts. When you write things down, you remove them from the mental backlog that consumes your energy. After a few days, you start noticing patterns, the thoughts that drain you, the habits that slow you down, the goals you actually care about instead of the ones you pretend to care about. By week 2, your mind feels lighter and you think more clearly. By week 4, you start making decisions you used to overthink for days. That's the power of a mindset reset. Now, let's move to the second pillar, the physical environment reset. You may not realize it, but your room is a mirror of your mental state. When your environment is chaotic, your thoughts become chaotic. When your space is clean, intentional, and simple, your mind follows the same rhythm. So here's the rule for the next 30 days. Every single day, complete 1 10-minute cleanup session. Only 10 minutes. You're not trying to overhaul your entire room at once. You're creating a habit. Start with the surfaces, your desk, your bed, your floor. Then move to hotspots, the places where clutter always returns. Your chair, your shelves, the corner you pretend not to notice. After about a week, your room stops feeling like a storage unit and starts feeling like a workspace, a rest space, a growth space. But we go further. At least once in these 30 days, you're going to do a hard declutter. Throw out or donate anything you haven't used in 6 months. These items are not just objects. They are mental noise. When you remove physical clutter, you remove invisible stress. Your environment becomes supportive instead of suffocating, and your focus improves without you even trying. The third pillar is the digital reset, the one most people never do, even though it affects them the most. You don't realize how much your phone is controlling your life. Every notification, every random scroll, every app you check for a second is stealing your attention and training your brain to expect constant stimulation. That's why you find it hard to focus, even on things you care about. So here's the digital reset rule. Turn off 80% of your notifications. Keep only calls, messages from important people, and essential apps. Everything else becomes silent. The second step, clean your home screen. Remove everything except 5 or 6 apps you actually use. The goal is not minimalism. The goal is friction. You want to make distractions harder to access. And the third part, 1 hour every day without your phone. No calls, no music, no scrolling, no exceptions. Use that hour to think, walk, read, or work. At first, your brain will panic because it's addicted to stimulation. But after a week, you feel calmer and more in control. After 30 days, your phone stops being your master and becomes just a tool again. Now for the final pillar, the routine reset. This is where the transformation becomes visible. For the next 30 days, you commit to a simple daily structure that aligns your actions with your goals. Here's your baseline routine. First, a morning anchor, something small you do every single day, no matter what. It could be a cold shower, a 5-minute stretch, or a short walk. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it signals the day has started. Second, a focus block, 30 minutes of uninterrupted work on something that matters. Not studying for school unless it's tied to your future. Not chores, not busy work, something that helps you grow. skill building, reading, creating, improving. Third, a night shutdown. 5 minutes to reset your room, 5 minutes to plan tomorrow, 5 minutes to unplug your mind. You'll notice something interesting. Routines don't just organize your day, they stabilize your emotions. Your life gains structure, predictability, and momentum. And momentum is the most powerful force in self-improvement. Here's what will happen over the 30 days. Week 1, you'll feel motivated, a little overwhelmed, but excited. You'll notice how much noise and clutter were controlling your life without you realizing it. Week 2, resistance kicks in. This is where most people quit because the novelty has faded. But if you push through this week, everything changes. Week 3, systems begin replacing willpower. Cleaning becomes automatic. Writing becomes normal. Your phone becomes less addictive. Your room feels different. Your thoughts feel different. Week 4, you become the kind of person who follows through. Not perfectly, but consistently. And that identity shift is what makes you unrecognizable in the best way. A 30-day reset won't magically solve your entire life, but will give you something far more powerful: control. Control over your mind, control over your space, control over your digital habits, and control over your routines. When those 4 things fall into alignment, you stop living reactively and start living intentionally. And that's when real transformation begins. If you commit to this reset, your life will not just look different. It will feel different, lighter, clearer, more structured, more peaceful, and more under your command. You don't need a new year or a perfect moment. You just need these next 30 days. Start today and watch who you become.